Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween. It is an honor to be here today as the keynote speaker of the 18th Annual Advocates in Action Conference. And I'd like to thank you all for being here, and thank you all for making it possible. I'd like to thank, first of all, my mom and dad who are here today. And thanks to them who, with their help, I'm here as well. And my TTP family were here, my former TTP family. But you know what? They'll always be my TTP family. All my friends are there. And also my partner in crime, my partner from FedTap, Dave Sanborn. And my boss from my new job, Automated Business Solutions, Alan, is here. And I have to start by saying a little bit from what Craig was saying. As you know, due to the Boston Marathon bombings, Boston was strong, and it got stronger and stronger. But I am happy to say, after last night's victory in the Boston Red Sox in the 2013 World Series, Boston is triumphant. Boston is triumphant. And I apologize to Craig, my father, they're Yankee fans. But you know what? I say the Yankees were home where they should be. Home watching on TV. I am employed at Automated Business Solutions in Warwick. I have been there for 2 months now. And I'm very happy to be there. I thank my boss, Alan, for hiring me, and I will do hard work, and I'll make you very proud you hired me. Every day I go to work, and I am exposed to new challenges. I learn new things, and at the end of the day, I feel good about myself. A new page has been turned to my life. I am also a spokesperson for FedTap. And the good that can be accomplished when a smart group of people work hard to make a difference. I'm an advocate for anyone with a disability who wants to move forward their life. 60 days ago, I finished my last day at training through placement. I was employed there for 30 years. There should be a picture on the wall. But it's a great place to be. I've been to every agency in the state, and I think that these training placements are one of the best ones to be at. Day after day, my friends and I would do piecework, not giving a thought as to whether we would ever gain competitive employment. Spending 30 years with my TTP family, I saw how smart and funny and capable we all can be. And just like any other family, we had our ups and downs. But we made use of our downs and made them become ups. And but we just did what we thought we were supposed to do. And while there were many times when we were bored and even sad, believing that many of us could do more with our lives, we did not know how to make that happen. We had to endure many trials and tribulations during that time. And while we may have wanted to give up sometimes, we did not give up. I had always had faith in God. Without that faith and help from my mom and dad who are here today, and help from my caseworker, Cindy Hebert, who will be here later in the day, and the TTP FedTap staff, I would not be here as a keynote speaker, and I think they deserve a nice round of applause. knew that if I put my mind to something, I would be able to do anything I wanted to. For example, I was on the Human Rights Committee at Training to Placement, and I also am the secretary for the Holy Name Society at St. Anthony's Church. I am a lecturer there as well. Because of the dedication of the FedCap and TTP staff, all of us at TTP were able to make our dreams come true. Our goals have been achieved. There is the difference between trying and triumph is a little ump. But my friends, I am happy to say that little ump has become triumphantly. Those of us who are disabled are now able to make a difference. We are able to go out into the workforce and gain competitive employment. The days of being in the workshop and doing piecework day after day are over. Thanks to Buddha, FedCap, going through life with a developmental disability was tough at first, but it never stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. I just had to figure out a different way to getting to where I wanted to go. A few years back, I worked as a resource specialist at the Office of Quality Assurance, which is now Quality Improvement. We went to different agencies across the state that provide services for the developmentally disabled. It was a great experience and it opened my eyes. We met with program participants and agency staff, and we conducted focus groups and listened to their stories. We discussed some subjects as human rights and talked about what they like, about where they want to live, how they like their job, and what they like to do for fun, etc. We also visited job sites, apartments, and group homes. I learned that there are many other people just like me, probably just like all of us, who just wanted to live a life as full, as meaningful as possible. They wanted to have friends, a good job, and a good place to live and have fun. There was one person that I met at Training to Placement who really touched my heart, and her name was Susan Garezzo. Susan and I were friends for 10 years. We did a lot of things together, and I have to say she's the love of my life. And we did a lot of things together, went to the balls, came over a lot, and we did a lot of fun things, etc. We were friends for 10 years. In the year 1994, she moved to Florida, and unfortunately lost her life at the age of 30. But there was some word that Susan always said to me that still ring a bell in my head, and what made me who I am today. She always said, Stephen, be strong and be a man. And those words are right here in me today, and I thank you, Susan, for those words. They have made me who I am today. And I'm sure she's very proud of me. I'm sure that many of you remember the movie The Water Boy. How many of you remember that movie, The Water Boy? I think Adam Sandler. Well, the water boy had to go through many days when he was made fun of for being a water boy at football games. He carried the water and made sure his teammates had what they wanted. This was honorable, but his dream was to play football. As his mother called it, she called it foosball. And he wanted to play football with his team. He did not give up on that dream. Through all his trials and tribulations and being made fun of and laughed at, he remained committed and determined to play football. One day, his dream came true. He was given the chance, he played football, and he won the game for his team. While that is just a movie, in many many ways, it represents my life and many of our lives. We were doing one thing, but dreamed of doing another. People tried to hold us back, but in the end we succeeded, and I think that is probably most right for my friends at TTP. We were determined to do something, we did, and I think my friends at TTP and the staff, I think they owe a nice round of applause. So I want you always to remember that quitters never win and winners never quit. And remember to try hard, to fight the good fight. And finally, for those of you who are still not where you want to be, think of that little engine that said, I know I could, I know I could. I did, and so can you. Thank you, and God bless.